Democrats thought they had Elon Musk cornered in a legal trap, only to be stunned by his razor-sharp brilliance. So the courtroom battle began. The Washington, D.C. courtroom was charged with tension as a Democrat senator brought a case against Elon Musk, the tech billionaire behind Tesla, SpaceX, and Neuralink. Under President Donald Trump's administration, Elon Musk had become a prominent figure, often seen giving suggestions and participating in official White House meetings. The senator accused Elon of interfering in government policies despite not being an elected official, claiming that Elon's influence over the Trump administration undermined the democratic process. Judge Amy Coney Barrett presided over the case, her presence adding weight to the proceedings. The senator laid out his argument with fervor, asserting that Elon had overstepped his role as a private citizen. He highlighted Elon's frequent involvement in White House discussions, arguing that Elon's suggestions on policy matters were self-serving, designed to benefit his businesses like Tesla and SpaceX. The senator claimed that Elon's actions threatened democracy by allowing an unelected individual to wield unchecked power. He presented a sealed file, which he said contained evidence of Elon's interference, including communications and financial records. As the file was handed to Judge Barrett, the Democrats in attendance exchanged confident looks, believing the evidence would lead to charges against Elon. The senator then escalated his accusations, pointing to Elon's close relationship with President Trump. He argued that the White House was under Elon's undue influence, stating, "The White House is in the reach of Elon Musk, as if he is a normal citizen. You can see a normal citizen can't even walk along with the White House, yet Elon walks in as if he owns it." The senator further claimed that Elon and Trump were colluding to deceive the nation, declaring, "Trump and Elon are making a fool of this country, using their power to serve their own interests while the American people suffer." As the senator uttered these words, Judge Barrett gave an acknowledging smile to the senator, while looking at Elon with a smirk, her expression suggesting she shared the senator's sentiments. Elon Musk, seated at the defense table, appeared calm despite the senator's accusations and the judge's reaction. His lead attorney rose to challenge the senator's claims, arguing that Elon's public statements and participation in policy discussions were protected under the First Amendment. The attorney emphasized that the senator had provided no concrete evidence of illegal activity, stating, "The senator has exaggerated the contents of this file, attempting to paint Elon's legitimate interactions as something sinister." The attorney requested access to the sealed file, which Judge Barrett granted. After reviewing the contents, the attorney informed the court that the file contained only public statements and financial records showing no wrongdoing, accusing the senator of using the court for a political attack. The senator, visibly irritated by the attorney's rebuttal, intensified his argument. He accused Elon of hiding behind his wealth and influence, claiming, "Elon Musk is using his proximity to Trump to manipulate the government. His actions are a direct threat to democracy." The senator pointed to Elon's meetings with White House officials, alleging that these were attempts to shape policies in his favor. He urged Judge Barrett to hold Elon accountable, asserting that the American people deserved transparency from someone with such immense power. Elon's legal team countered the senator's accusations with precision. The attorney explained that Elon's involvement in policy discussions was standard for a business leader whose industries were impacted by government decisions. The attorney argued that the senator was twisting legitimate practices into something sinister, suggesting that the accusations were politically motivated. The defense's response highlighted the lack of evidence for any illegal activity, causing unease among the Democrats in the courtroom. The trial took a dramatic turn when Elon's attorney raised a critical issue about the judicial process. The attorney informed the court that this case had originally been scheduled for a hearing before another judge, known for impartiality. However, the Democrats had delayed the case until that judge went on holiday, then requested a new hearing, ensuring that Judge Barrett would preside. The attorney accused the senator of manipulating the judicial process to secure a favorable judge, stating, "The Democrats deliberately manipulated the judicial process to ensure their chosen judge would preside. This calls into question the fairness of these proceedings." The senator quickly rebutted, denying any misconduct and insisting that the delay was routine. He argued that the reassignment to Judge Barrett was a standard procedure, accusing Elon's team of distraction, saying, You're using procedural disputes to avoid the real issue: Elon's interference with the Trump administration. The senator's frustration was evident as he pressed the court to focus on Elon's influence rather than the defense's allegations of manipulation. Judge Barrett listened to both sides, her earlier smirk replaced by a more neutral expression. She acknowledged the timeline of the case's reassignment raised questions, but she decided to allow the trial to proceed, stating, "Both parties must focus on the merits of the case rather than procedural disputes." Her ruling did little to ease the tension, as the senator and Elon's team continued to clash over the core issues. The senator called witnesses to testify about Elon's interactions with White House officials. The officials confirmed that Elon had advocated for policies that aligned with his business interests, such as fewer regulations on electric vehicles and space exploration. The senator argued that this testimony proved Elon's undue influence, reinforcing his claim of interference. Elon's legal team cross-examined the witnesses, establishing that no illegal offers or incentives had been made, and that Elon's advocacy was within the bounds of standard lobbying practices. As the trial progressed, Judge Barrett began to scrutinize Elon's actions more closely. She questioned the defense on whether Elon believed his wealth and influence gave him the right to influence policy in ways that elected officials could not, asking, "Does Mr. Musk believe his proximity to the White House grants him special privileges to shape government policy?" The judge's tone was firm as she sought to understand the extent of Elon's involvement, emphasizing that such actions could undermine public trust in government. Elon's legal team responded by arguing that Elon had never claimed special privileges. The attorney explained that, as an American citizen, Elon had the same right as anyone else to engage in policy discussions, especially those affecting his businesses. The attorney highlighted that Elon's companies employed thousands of Americans and contributed to technological advancements, and that Elon had a responsibility to advocate for innovation. The defense also pointed out that the court's willingness to entertain a case with weak evidence was a threat to justice, arguing that the judiciary should protect citizens from political vendettas. The turning point came when Elon took the stand to testify. His presence commanded the courtroom's attention as he addressed the senator's accusations head-on. He argued that his involvement with the Trump administration was not interference, but a commitment to advancing American innovation. Elon then turned his focus to Judge Barrett, revealing a bombshell that stunned the courtroom. He accused the judge of bias, presenting evidence of her corruption in front of live cameras. Elon declared, "You have taken a huge amount to hear this case against me, and I have proofs." He presented bank receipts and conversation notes between Judge Barrett and the senator, which allegedly showed payments and discussions about ensuring the case would go against Elon. The courtroom fell silent as Elon's accusations landed. Judge Barrett's face turned pale, and she reacted with anger, her voice rising as she responded, "This is an outrageous accusation. You have no right to slander my integrity in this courtroom." Despite her protests, the evidence Elon presented, bank receipts showing large transactions and notes detailing her conversations with the senator, was damning. The judge's attempt to dismiss Elon's claims as baseless only fueled the tension, as her tone grew rude and defensive. Moments later, FBI agents entered the courtroom, acting on the evidence Elon had provided. Judge Barrett was taken into custody, her hands cuffed as the courtroom watched in disbelief. Elon's legal brilliance had turned the tables, exposing not only the senator's manipulation but also Judge Barrett's corruption. What was supposed to be a legal trap for Elon had become his strength, as he stood vindicated in the eyes of the court. With the judge removed and the case thrown into disarray, Elon seized the moment to address the courtroom, his voice resonating with conviction. He spoke directly to the American people, stating, "I am for the American people. I am going after those who are corrupt and illegally use taxpayers' money for their personal interests. I want America to be great again, and that is the motto on which I have full support for President Trump, which I will keep on giving. And you, Judge Barrett, I am not finished. You are finished. You are done with your long-term credibility in the eyes of the American people. You are exposed." Elon's words carried a powerful message of accountability and patriotism. He continued, addressing the broader implications of the case, saying, This fight is not just about me. It's about ensuring that every American can trust their leaders and their courts. Corruption has no place in this nation, and I will never stop working to make America a beacon of innovation and integrity. The Americans in attendance felt a surge of pride as Elon spoke, his commitment to rooting out corruption and supporting Trump's vision of a great America resonating deeply. His legal brilliance had not only dismantled the case against him, but had also exposed the rot within the judicial system, earning him admiration as a champion of justice. The senator, now without a judge to preside over the case, sat in stunned silence, his plan to disgrace Elon having backfired spectacularly. The Democrats in the courtroom were left reeling, their accusations against Elon overshadowed by the exposure of their own misconduct. Elon Musk emerged not only vindicated but as a symbol of American resilience and integrity, his words leaving the nation proud of his unwavering commitment to their shared values.